A lot of thought has gone into what I wanted my first 10 scale RC crawler to be. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I decided this Yikong YK4107 Nissan Patrol was a great start. I've also made some upgrades, so we're going to discuss that too. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it. So first off, there's no shortage of excellent 10 scale trucks to pick from. I'm fully aware of this, and I had a bit of a short list for some trucks that didn't quite meet the criteria that I had for my first rig. The first one being the RGT Commander. That's a brand new release from RGT. Looks like a Toyota Land Cruiser. Excellent looking truck, good performance, good stats as well. The main issue that I had with that truck is its leaf sprung rear suspension. I want something a little bit more performance oriented, so that one didn't quite do it for me. The next one was the Axial Coyote. That's a fairly new release as well. That has a great price, great performance, and great parts availability as well. The only issue for me with that truck is it lacks scale detail. And if you know anything about me and this channel, you know I like to have my trucks done up real good. So that didn't quite do it for me either. The final one was the Traxxas TRX4. Now that truck is an excellent truck. I was looking at either the Bronco or the new Pathfinder, and I decided not to get those for a few reasons. The main things being it's expensive and that it's not a great value for what you get. You know, no interior. You don't get all the light functions and all that stuff. It misses a lot of things for the price you pay for the Traxxas. You know, that Traxxas tax that you pay, you know, but it's a good truck. It's a great performer and all that stuff. It just didn't have quite all the things I required for my first 10 scale rig. So with all that said, why did I decide to get this Yikong YK4107? Well, first off, take a look at this truck here. Absolutely beautiful. No body clips. I don't want any body clips on my truck, and this truck delivers here. Molded grille, molded bumper, the rock sliders, the mirrors, the wiper blades, the handles, the interior, the roof rack. More than enough scale detail to appreciate here. So this absolutely delivers on that front. The next thing is, like I mentioned, clipless body here, hinges at the back, and you just lift it up here. Beautiful looking truck, all the details, and the next thing is all the toys. This thing is jam-packed with features. It has a 2-speed here that you control on channel 8. So when you first turn it on, you have this in the high range mode, and then you have to press it to go into low range mode. Channel 7 here controls the light functions. So this is all the way off. One push forward turns on the halo rings here. The next one gives you all the lights, front and back. You have the headlights here, the roof lights, as well as the lights on the back here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So if you do a punch here, you get reverse. And you have indicators front and back as well. So has all the lights. A lot of trucks from the more established manufacturers, you'd have to pay to get the extras here, and this truck has it right out the box, so that's great. Has a 2-speed. Like I mentioned here, you control it with channel 8. This channel here, channels 5 here, controls your drag brake function, so you can use this to turn it up or down. Clockwise gives you more drag brake. You turn it down anti-clockwise. Now the next thing I like about this truck is you can control the locking diffs front and back. So channel 3 here locks the front. So right now everything's unlocked. So you see the lights are off here. If I go ahead and try this here, you'll see where I can lock this wheel here. You notice it's not spinning. However, if I press it, that locks the front. And now it just wants to go. So that's pretty good. The next thing is channel 4 controls the rear. It does the exact same thing. If I press it, it locks up the rear. Press it again to unlock it. So that's pretty good. The next thing that it does here is on channel 9, that controls the tank turn function. Now, I'm not going to show you that here because my desk is kind of small, but I'll try here. Let's see what I can do. All right, so as you can see, I have channel 4 on here, which means the rear diff is locked up. But if I go ahead and turn on channel 9 here, you'll see where it automatically unlocks the rear diff. So if I go ahead and turn that 25 kilogram servo here, whichever direction I turn, it's going to pull that cable here to help give you a little bit tighter turning circle. So that's pretty good. We're in low range now. It works both in high and low range. So this is with low range on here. If I drive it a little bit here, you'll see works fine. You can see it working there. By the way, these two control the locking and unlocking function. So if I turn this off here, you can see it work here. That's for the front. Turn it off again. This is for the rear, as you can see there. So 17G micro servos here, 25 kilogram servo for the tank turn, and a 15 kilogram servo for the steering. I'm not sure why they chose a weaker steering, but hey. So another thing I like while we're in here is we have fender liners here. I like that you have multiple shock position points, front and back. And I'm running a Turnigy Rapid 5000 milliamp hour 3S pack. Excellent pack. It's 100 to 200 C discharge, so it has a ton of power. I'll leave a link in the description if you want further details on that. But nice clean design. As you can see here, all the wiring is nice and tucked up, looking pretty good. All powered through a 6-channel receiver and a Hobbywing 1060. So overall, great details, good build quality, excellent truck overall. All right, so we have the major technical specs out the way. Let's talk upgrades. Now, first off, I changed the wheels and tires. I'm running the Hobby Park 3-piece beadlock wheels. These are 1.9s. Tires measure about 120 millimeter by 42 millimeter. So that's pretty close to the stock ones here. Not a big difference, as you can see here. As a matter of fact, these stock wheels are pretty good. Good traction. The only issue being that they are glued, as well as the foams inside are on the firmer side. For the weight of this truck, this thing needs a little bit softer foam. So the ones I went with here are a little bit softer than stock, while giving me a little bit of a bump in height. The issue with this truck, though, is it does rub the body. So I did have to trim the body a little bit right here to clear that tire. I still get a little bit of rubbing when I'm turning. So I did have to shave that, but I'm going to have to probably shave some more or change the suspension to some longer shocks. So in the meantime, I did go ahead and move the shock position. I went down a little bit to get a little bit more clearance. I could also change the shock preload, but it's going to make that spring a little bit firmer. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I might just change the shocks to some longer shocks. The next thing I did was I added this KYX spare wheel mount here. Loving the look of it with the 2 jerry cans on the side here. Fits the stock wheel no problem at all, as well as this generic antenna to the back to complete the overall look. But I'm loving this truck so much. Beautiful performance, lots of power from that big 550 motor with that 3S Turnigy pack. Now, for all the folks that want to see this truck crush some hard lines, I'm going to add a video to my Just Drive series. That's where I focus primarily on driving, no talking, no chit chat, just pure performance, guys. So look out for that coming soon. Hope you like the setup tour video and the review of this machine. I'm loving my first 10 scale truck. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Get subscribed to see more cool content, as well as what I do to this machine as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.